to my channel. This is where MAGA comes to talk. I'm getting really disgusted by what I'm seeing. I did a stream a little earlier about this. I'm going to do a really deep exploration of the whole issue of what's going on my next stream at 6 a.m. Eastern on the radio, taking live calls from you guys watching YouTube, listening to me on the radio and elsewhere. But this debate with Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy versus MAGA, what's being dubbed MAGA world, which I'm part of MAGA world. Are you part of MAGA world? Now, all of a sudden, it's being reported that MAGA world is against Vivek and Elon Musk. The last time I checked, Trump brought them in, and Elon Musk is the first bud. I mean, what's going on here? Who has decided that they're no longer MAGA? President Trump has repeatedly said that he wants to bring people into the country in large numbers legally, which I don't know about the H-1B visas, all this minutia that people are talking about. That's not the issue here, okay? We just won a miraculous election with Donald Trump. It's a miracle that we won this election. Everything they've done to President Trump over the past 10 years, and we won. It was not easy. They arrested President Trump more than once. They were trying to put him in prison. They put him on trial in corrupt courtrooms, fake lawsuits and judgments against him, a mugshot, a home invasion of his home, Mar-a-Lago. Everything that he's gone through. Oh, yeah. And they shot him. And then they tried to do it again. And now people are going against President Trump. If you're going against Elon Musk, you're going against President Trump. And I will say it again. I'll say it a million more times at least over the next 4 years. If you're not with Trump, you're not MAGA. If you're not following Trump's lead, you're not MAGA. You're undermining MAGA. You could say you're MAGA. You could have been with MAGA. I don't know what who you are or what your situation is. But whoever President Trump brings into the fold, you've got to support if you're MAGA. He knows exactly what he's doing. Right now with President Trump, this MAGA is going to be around for decades. Decades. It may be forever, hopefully, if we're lucky. Or we just may overtake the Republican Party, and the Republican Party will just become MAGA, and it won't have that label in 30 years or something. I don't know. But the MAGA movement, led by President Trump, has defeated not just the media monsters and the deep state and the Democrats. He defeated the Republican establishment too, which was no easy task for President Trump to accomplish. By the way, if you're new to my channel, my name is Brian Craig. This is where MAGA comes to talk. If you're new, subscribe. If you're already subscribed, do me the favor of liking the video if you don't mind. I will be live in about 90 minutes on my regular stream on the radio, taking live calls. And I'm going to break down this entire issue in a lot of detail. I'm not going to get into it, all that here. I want to talk about, though, this so-called MAGA wars. This is really pissing me off. This is really pissing me off. There is such a psychop manipulation going on here. Now, I understand that some pissed off MAGA people would like to see Elon Musk out of the mix. I understand that. That's not going to happen. We don't want Elon Musk out of the mix. Elon Musk is amazing. What he's done is amazing. He's amazing. He's the richest man in the world. He's on our side. But what's happened, and this is what I've noticed on social media. I was watching, I was going through YouTube before I left just to check out the latest headlines, and I saw that the Quartering had 2 videos on this. MAGA Wars, Elon Musk stepped in, or something like this. And I'm not singling out the Quartering. This is going to be true for a lot of people. Right now, the influencer people, I don't really like that term, but I myself fit into that class. Okay, a lot of influencers out there are clout chasers, trender chasers, and they post on social media or do videos on whatever platforms they're on. And this is not just the Quartering. This is true with many people. On what's trending, just to get views, clicks, and hits, and retweets, and everything else that goes along with that. Okay? So people jump onto these things that are popular because they want to have views. Right now, this period we're in, I've been doing this. This is not my first president-elect period. It's not my first Christmas, New Year's holiday period in media, right? This is like my 35th or something. I've been doing this so long. And this is a very slow news period. And I know you say, oh, no, there's lots of news. It's a slow news. There's always news. But right now, because of all the different holidays we're in, Christmas, Hanukkah, New Year's, we're in a period where there's not a lot of debatable news. Like, there's not a lot of news to really have a meaty discussion with hooks and debate and disagreement on. And a lot of people that are in the social media business, the making video business and doing programs like I do, they panic. So, because people are in holiday head right now, they're desperate to get views on their content. So they're jumping on this deep state psychop of the MAGA wars, and it's about to become a trend. It may already be. And I am going to expose that on the next stream. We're going to end it. We should not be arguing amongst ourselves, all right? We just won. The president hasn't even been sworn in yet. He's still president-elect until January 20th. And let me tell you, when Trump takes that oath of office and he starts doing what it is he's going to do, the deportations, the summit with Putin, Zelensky, and Trump, that'll happen. The Doge, that's a big one, Doge. And, the list goes on. There's going to be, it's not going to be smooth sailing, guys. There's going to be so much resistance. Right now, I'm going to go through this later on the air, on the next stream too. Charles Schumer's put together a whole plan using federal judges to stop every move Trump makes. The media are going to have disgusting coverage. We have, local officials like Gavin Newsom, who's organizing really an insurrection against President Trump. They're, Governor Newsom and others around the country, Democrats, are organizing a resistance to the deportations. There's a massive speakers debate and fight about to happen, right? On who's going to be the next Speaker of the House. And it's going to be, and we're going to have, the next 4 years are not going to be smooth sailing. The next 4 years, President Trump is going to be taking on some of the most controversial topics and issues that we've ever dealt with. And the ones I mentioned are just a couple. You know, we've got our cabinet confirmation hearings, Kash Patel, and all this stuff's going to happen. And all of a sudden, MAGA people are letting themselves be manipulated by these Trump haters and clout chasers and the media and the deep state and the psychop to divide MAGA over H-1B visas. Are you freaking kidding me? Are these people out of their freaking minds? Are they out of their freaking minds? It just ticks me the freak off. We're so lucky to have Elon Musk. Now, so far as Vivek Ramaswamy, I don't agree with everything he wrote about in his tweet. I agree with a lot of it, but not all of it. I thought it was a little offensive, but there's some things he said there that were true. But Doge is not really Vivek, it's Elon Musk. Vivek has just kind of got plugged in there because, well, you know, he helped us win, you know, and President Trump wanted to give him something. Doge is really Elon Musk. And, you know, the Washington, permanent Washington class, out of everything Trump's doing, if they could only end one thing out of Trump's entire agenda, if they could just stop him from doing one thing, it would be Doge. And without Elon Musk, Doge will not happen. If Elon and Vivek were gone and Doge stayed around with any other pick, it would do nothing and get nothing done. Doge will only be successful with Elon running it. So all these people questioning Elon and all this, jeez, talk about self-destructive. It's beyond self-destructive. And it just pisses me off. And it should piss you guys off too. Elon Musk isn't the richest man in the world for no reason. He has huge influence. And he's not just the richest man by a couple cents. He's the richest man by a lot. He's worth about twice the amount of Jeff Bezos, who I think is the second richest man in the world right now. And he's worth more than Bezos and Gates combined, I was reading. He's got a lot of juice and he's got a lot of influence, and he is the only one that can get it done with Doge. And you know what? I think everybody knows that. Don't you guys know that? I know that. You know that. We all know that. It's so freaking ridiculous what's going on here. Just beyond ridiculous. People should be ashamed of themselves. Now, if President Trump came out against Elon Musk or Vivek, you got a whole nother story. Oops. Sorry, guys. My apologies. But that didn't happen. In fact, not only did it not happen, it's not going to happen. There's a lot of people who want Elon out of the mix. A lot of people. Look at what happened with this budget. Elon Musk exposed these Congress people over the budget. Yeah, they got it through. Won the battle, but they lost the war. No, this has got to stop. It's got to stop now. You know, if you see people that are MAGA, that you know are MAGA, that are going after Elon Musk, you got to talk to them and cool them off and explain the reality of the situation. Who else could be in charge of Doge other than Elon Musk and it accomplish what it's going to accomplish? I don't think anybody. I think Elon is the only person that can do it. And that's it. There's a lot of people around Trump, I promise you, are jealous of Elon Musk. So, you know, some of them have been with Trump for years. You know, they're insiders, and then Elon comes in out of nowhere like a lifelong Democrat, and he has more influence than anyone. Of course there's jealousies. But that's not my problem. I'm not worried about the palace intrigue. President Trump will take care of the court. He's our MAGA king, and he'll take care of the court. I don't worry about that at all. And you know what? You guys shouldn't either. Falling right into it. I mean, you know, you go on X, and you look at the discussions over this on X. It's insane. Rob Schmidt did a piece on this last night on Newsmax. The Quartering, as I said, has done 2 videos on this in the last, I don't know, 12 to 18 hours. He did a video and a live stream about it. And CNN has done stories on this. And all the major publications that don't already have stories on this fake MAGA divide will. They're already loading up. If you go online and do a Google search on this, you'll see a lot of news stories. Axios, Daily Mail, all these. They got their stories out already because they think they got a division going on here. And we're not going to let that happen. My goodness. I mean, we just won this national election. Coming up to a light, I'll take a quick glance at the chat at the red light, but I don't think it's going to stay red very long. No, it's about ready to turn green already before I even get here. Exactly. We don't worry about the petty stuff. Correct. Who said that? Kevin, you are absolutely correct. So, you know, a lot of people, you know, now that Trump is the actual president, right, since he won, his circle got a lot tighter. So there's a lot of people that had access a few months ago that may not have access to President Trump at all now, or much more limited access where they can't get to him to speak to him right away like they could. And some of those people are pissed. They feel shut out. So, you know, they're going to jump on this. There's people on both sides that want Elon Musk out. I am not one of them. We are so blessed to have Elon Musk with President Trump like he is. And President Trump respects him. They are best friends. You can tell they are best friends. I don't know what possessed Vivek Ramaswamy to put out that tweet. I don't know. And, you know, anyone who goes up against Vivek and Elon Musk, I mean, this is crazy. First of all, you know, as I was saying, Elon Musk is Trump's best friend. Trump has a lot of respect for him because of his success and his brilliance and all that. Vivek, and in the past, before, you know, I didn't know who Vivek was, you know, but Vivek, Elon Musk is best friends with Trump. Vivek's best friend is the vice president, J.D. Vance. So are these people, you know, what these people are trying to do is get Trump and Vice President Vance to drop their best friends. Who's going to win that one? Vivek and Elon, or the people that are trying to get them to drop their best friends? What would be your guess? This pettiness is getting out of control. I'm not worried about the pettiness. I trust Trump. Now, I talked about on my live stream yesterday, if you, on the Panama Canal, which, by the way, you should watch. I did a really, really incredible, informative live stream yesterday morning on Trump and the Panama Canal that you should go back and watch. It was a 2-hour stream, but I went over all the Panama Canal stuff in the first 30 minutes in detail. You guys should check that stream out. But I was talking yesterday. Hold on, I'm hitting some traffic. Here we go. Okay. About the controversy around this AI expert that Trump has brought in. He's Indian American. He said some things about bringing, loosening up the requirements to bring more Indians into the country. Well, first off, this guy has not been brought into the mix to handle immigration policy. He's been brought in as an expert and advisor on AI and artificial intelligence. This is the newest thing out there right now. And its full implications, I don't think any of us in this, that are watching, or me, understand its full implications. This guy's a top expert in the world, in America, and in the world on artificial intelligence. If you go to the top tech minds in America today, how many of them are conservative? How many of them are MAGA? If you went to the top 10, probably none of them. That's a very liberal industry. And you can argue what should be done about it, but the top people in it right now are liberal. So, should President Trump bring in as an advisor on artificial intelligence one of the top 10 experts in the field who may be liberal on some things, or find someone that's mediocre who's MAGA, if such a person exists? Which I don't even know if somebody at that level exists, and if they do, they're so far down on the list of experts, their advice wouldn't probably be worth that much. He didn't bring this guy in to make policy or to advise on immigration policy. He brought him in as an AI expert, which we need. Now, Trump may drop that AI guy. He nominated a Florida sheriff that he took the nomination away from a couple weeks ago. I'm glad he did. The guy he picked, I was surprised he picked him. The sheriff that President Trump picked, I think, what was it, the head DEA or something? I can't recall. But this guy, the sheriff had arrested a pastor for holding church services during the lockdowns. And he's been liberal on some other things, too. And I was surprised that President Trump picked him. And President Trump did that was a local story. President Trump didn't know about it. As soon as he found out about it, he withdrew the offer. And the guy was out. So this AI guy, Trump may withdraw the offer from him. I don't know. We'll find out. But he hasn't yet. You either trust Trump or you don't. I've been telling you guys that. You either trust President Trump or you don't trust President Trump. I happen to trust him. Not only do I trust him, you should too. He knows what he's doing. He knows more about all of these things than we know. And don't let this palace intrigue with jealous people get you all riled up. And don't let the fake news media with their deep state psychops turn you against President Trump, which is what they're doing. And the way I've seen the dialogue going on X and on YouTube so far, sun hasn't even come up yet. The news cycle of the morning hasn't been set yet. people are really going against Elon and Trump on these two things. And that's not going to happen. Getting rid of, I give you an example, okay? Dropping Elon Musk or Vivek over their opinion on the H-1B, visa would be like, what would you think if MAGA, some of our MAGA people started saying President Trump, because, we're conservative, right? MAGA's conservative. What if people started saying, you know what? President Trump should drop Grinnell because Grinnell's gay. Would you support that? It's kind of the same concept. There's going to be a lot of media push about this visa stuff with Vivek and Elon because the media want them out. Now, if you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe, guys. My name's Brian. This is where MAGA comes to talk. On my next stream, which will be a little over an hour, I'll be taking live calls, and we'll talk about it. But it's a very similar thing. Or what if someone said, well, MAGA, we're conservative, and we don't like it that President Trump's been married 3 times. Would you say we should withdraw our support because that doesn't fit into the family values? No, you wouldn't. It's insane what's going on. Freaking insane. I'm very disappointed in it. But there's a lot of fake MAGA out there. And there's a lot of people on social media who claim to be MAGA that are not, that are floating this visa crap on Vivek and Elon. I don't know a single MAGA person who would say, well, we're family values, Grinnell should not be a part of the team because he's gay. I don't know any MAGA people who would say or support such a thing. It says, and I'm not going to be debating the H-1 visa program and how it's manipulated and such, because that's not what this issue is about. There's a lot of bruised egos who feel shut out that want Elon out. There's a lot of never-Trumpers in Washington who want Elon out because, well, he almost cost them his budget with Biden. He's going to gut the government waste with Doge. That has them in a panic. And they want to do anything they can to screw over Trump. And then, of course, the deep state are jumping on this. That's why CNN's already covering this story. Now, this is a bunch of nonsense, people. Well, there's people I trust. I trust a lot of people, but I trust Trump always. And whatever decision Trump makes, if you're MAGA, you got to back it. That's the way it is. He's brought people in that I don't, I've said this entire campaign, before this campaign even started, I said, President Trump is going to bring people in that you may not like and I may not like, but whoever he brings in, we got to support. And he's brought people in that I've been very critical of, very critical. But he brought them in, so now I back Trump. And I'll tell you the two. Tulsi Gabbard and Vivek Ramaswamy, okay? I had a lot of issues with them. But being true to my word, Trump trusts them, Trump brings them in the mix, that's over. I'm with them as long as Trump has them in his fold. Now, if Trump were to drop them, that'd be different. But Trump hasn't. And I've stopped criticizing Tulsi Gabbard and Vivek as soon as Trump hired them. That was it. I was done. And someone might say that's blind loyalty. No, it's not blind loyalty. You know, Trump has 4 short years to put in place the MAGA movement for decades to come. And he knows what he's got to do to get that done. So we need to follow his lead and support whatever he does and whoever he brings in. And put our pettiness aside. But, you know, hopefully other people will handle this like I'm handling it and put things in perspective and cool this thing off. But the media, see, the liberal Trump-hating media, they're already jumping on this. That's how they roll, man. That's how they roll. All right, well, I'm getting close to my destination, so I'm going to sign off. But I'll be back in an hour taking calls, breaking this down. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you are new. If you're already subscribed, do me the favor of liking the video. And the video for the next stream about this, where I'm going to break everything down, is already up there. It has Vivek Ramaswamy in the thumbnail. And the chat room there is already active. So when I end this stream, you can jump over to that stream. And the chat room's there, guys. All right, guys, I'm Brian. This is where MAGA comes to talk. I'll see you on the next stream. Thanks for watching.